welcome back. Sorry for the dog problems last time. But anyway, now we can finally go this new way. Oh. Never mind, we can't go that way yet. It requires super bombs, and all of that buildup was for nothing. How often do you think in an episode of my Let's Plays? Like, give me a rough estimate. You guys have watched more of them than I have. Give me an estimate of how many times I've built something up to be like something cool is gonna happen in the next episode, and then absolutely fucking nothing happened. It's more than 3 times for sure. Anyway, I don't know where else to go now. We can go down here? Question mark. What's this way? That's super missiles. So that I can do. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here's somewhere to go. I can only carry 2 super missiles at a time, but I can get them, like I can get more of them pretty easily, so I'm not really worried. These guys are less cute than they were when I first remarked on their legs. Their little spindly, fucking annoying ass legs. Oh man. So how have you guys been? I know I default to that question, but I seriously do want to know. I mean, more specifically, I'd like to know what games you guys have been playing, because it gives me ideas for what I can do next. Whether in my personal life or on Let's Plays, because, oh my god, fuck off, give me a break, shit. Because I don't know, I like to do like some of the more obscure games, but I don't really check like blogs and stuff anymore. I used to check like the RPG Maker tag on Tumblr. Every day I would keep up with the RPG Maker tag. And I really just like don't check Tumblr anymore because it's such a pain. I really don't care for the website. Like it's so filled with spam now, to the point that I can't really differentiate what's good content. So I tend to just avoid the whole thing altogether. And I follow a lot of cool people on Twitter, but that's not really the same as browsing a tag. And tags on Twitter are pretty much non-existent. Obviously hashtags are there, but I'm not gonna fucking browse the RPG Maker hashtag for fuck's sake! You like how I transitioned between 2 completely different sentences there with the word for? I am literally gonna fucking die if this thing keeps grabbing me. I cannot figure out a way to get under these things reliably. Really hate fighting those guys with the shells. It looks like I can go more to the right, but I'd actually rather go back and save just to be safe. I'm sure there's another save point down here somewhere, but I am like rapidly approaching death with each Metroid. No, wait. Oh, that's just like a shortcut back up. Okay, that's convenient. That's nice. That's this game being nice for once in its goddamn life. I'm trying to think of what games came out recently that I could do. Like, honestly, I was so close to buying No Man's Sky, and I'm so glad that I didn't. I read this article about the Monolith quest. Is that what it's called? The Monolith? The things that you're collecting on each of the like weird monoliths. I read this article about like what happens at the end of that quest line and how disappointing it is. And then I read the spoilers for the end of the game and how disappointing that is. And like I'm not gonna spoil you guys here because I know that a lot of you are still probably playing it, but it really is just awful, and I am really sorry for anyone who is invested in it. So I was gonna do a Let's Play of that, and also like, okay, the thing that I read that I really liked was a completely different article. It wasn't that one, but it was somebody who was talking about, I think it was actually just like a tweet, but it was talking about how you in No Man's Sky are the aliens from Independence Day, or every movie where the aliens are the villains, because all you're doing is traveling planet to planet, stripping it of its resources, sometimes to the point of extinction, and then just moving on to the next planet, all furthering your futile quest to head to the center of the galaxy and get like the best ships. And I don't know, it's like an entire game of grinding in like the weirdest and most like environment ruining way. It just, I feel like it'd be such a better game if it was what I kind of thought it was going to be, which was like Minecraft in space. And I don't even play Minecraft, but I was really excited because I thought, for one thing, I thought that it was going to be online. They made it seem like it was going to be like fully online, even if it was like rare to see other players, that it was still possible to see other players, and that you could like see what other players had built and influenced, and like no, none of that's there. It's entirely single player and it's entirely grinding. So I'm honestly just like I'm not even into it at all. I was really bitter for a while because of that that program that I have through work where I can like get cheapo games. I was like, I almost got it for $5, but then like their system broke on me and I didn't get it, and I was kind of mad about it. But now I kind of don't care anymore because I don't know if it's even worth my time. Anyway, let's think of a good game that came out recently that I wanted to play. How about Doom? I know I'm a little late to the party on that if I do end up playing it, but you know, I've said this before. It's nobody fucking watches these Let's Plays for like the commentary on the latest games. Like anybody who watches my Let's Plays is watching them because of the things that I say. Because honestly, half the time the shit that I say doesn't even have anything to do with the fucking game that I'm playing, as you can see right now. Okay, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to do that. Hold on. I always forget that I have the fucking spider ball. It's like really weird to use. You know what I should play? I should give Metroid Prime a replay. That game is so fucking good. Where the hell am I going? I really miss Metroid Prime. That was like one of the core games of my childhood, and I literally just took the shortcut back up here for no reason. Guess I'm gonna go fishing. Sorry, I've been quoting that fucking that old Mario Kart game. It was the first game that Charles Martinet did the Mario voice, and it was like a fucking bootleg ass Mario playing poker and go fish with little kids game. It's fucking great. I can't, if I could remember the fucking name of it, I would tell you to look it up. It's like Mario games. I can't remember it. Fuck, maybe I'll put it in the description if I remember. I still haven't even put the link to play fucking this game in the description. I totally forgot. I just remembered as I said that. I was like, I'm gonna put the... Actually, when I went to download the new version of it, it was taken down. They had like a backup posted on like Zippy File or some bootleg sound and shit like that, but it has been taken down, so I can only assume that the DCMA complaint was real. Which is some fucking bullshit, Nintendo. Seriously. Like, get over yourselves. Just, like, you're just mad that a fan made a better Metroid game than you have in the last 10 years, but... Anyway. I actually I tried to record more yesterday after the dog incident, and there was just a lot of shit going on in the background. There was, like, people fighting outside, so I didn't end up getting a chance to record anymore. But... when I started recording, what the hell? I was talking about something that I wanted to make sure I talked about when I re-recorded, and it was moments from like games for children that are actually really fucked up, and either like they didn't bother you when you were little, and this is like an open request to anybody in the comments, like games that fit this description for you. In my case, most of them did bother me as a child, like weird shit that bothered me as a child in games that I didn't understand why until I replayed them recently. And the prominent one there is all of Skull Monkeys for the PlayStation. It was all claymation, and that's why I bought it, and I thought that it was so cool. And it is actually quite cool. But it's really fucking bizarre. Like, man, I might do a Let's Play of that, because that's some nostalgia for me. But I played that game for fucking ever because it was so hard. I ended up playing it for like hours and hours. But it's just like there's nothing in it that I can even specifically cite as scaring me, but it like really freaked me out when I was little. Game is so fucking... Anyway, the other thing that I was thinking of... what the fuck? What the hell just happened? What did I just do? Whoa, I didn't know I could do that. The reason I like tried it is because you can do it in Super Metroid, but again, it never teaches you in here that you can do it. I guess it's just like a little Easter egg for people who know Super Metroid. That's cool. I like this game. I'm having a good time playing this game. Really, even if it doesn't seem like it. I know I'm complaining about a lot of weird things, but none of the things I'm complaining about are this game, so that's a rarity for me. You know, I also just remembered today that I was doing a Let's Play of Sonic Adventure 2. I'm sorry that I lose track of shit like that. I'm gonna finish Metroid first, maybe play some more Overwatch in between. But I'm gonna definitely finish this first, and then probably go back to Sonic Adventure 2 and Bloodborne. Oh fuck, where else do I go now? I guess over here in that blue area. The other thing that I remembered that like really freaked me out as a child was actually two things, and they're both in New Super Mario Brothers, of all things. Like, and this is more what I'm thinking of, is like really oddly fucked up things in kids games that, because of the context in which they're presented, no one thinks about them as being kind of fucked up, but they are kind of fucked up. And the two things in New Super Mario Brothers that like really bothered me as a kid were when you get eaten by the giant fish in the underwater levels. Like, okay, you know how normally in a Mario game, when you die, Mario just like bounces off the backside of the screen and he's like, oh no, try again, or whatever the fuck. I'm Italian, so I'm allowed to do a terrible Italian accent, but goddamn, that was bad. So Mario, go fish. Sorry, Mario. You know, he always has a pretty unrealistic death animation. But in that one case with the giant, yes, I went in this lava on purpose. Shut up. With that giant fish that eats you in the underwater level, there's no fanfare. Like, there's no animation to the death. It just eats you, and that's it. Like, you're just fucking dead. You're just like in its stomach, and you're just dead and gone, and that's the end of Mario's life. And it really fucking bothered me as a child. I was like, there's not even like game over music. It's just like silence. Like, Mario's just fucking gone. You expect to see like an obituary in the fucking newspaper. And then also later in the same game, when you kill Bowser at the end, you knock him in the lava, and instead of the typical old Mario like, oh, he falls in the lava, you win. He falls in the lava, and then he like tries to claw his way back out, and like every time he comes back up, he has less skin, and like eventually is just a skeleton, and is like still desperately trying to escape the lava, and Mario's just standing there like, haha, I won! And Bowser is like just writhing in pain, trying to claw his way out of the lava. And yes, later he comes back as a living skeleton and you have to fight him again, which makes it a little... I don't know if that makes it more or less horrifying, but either way, I know that really bothered me as a child. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other shit that I'm not thinking of. But yeah, tell me some things that you grew up with like that really like unsettled you as a kid, but you like... In the case of the Mario games, I never thought anything of it because I thought that I was like, well, it's meant for kids, so it must like just supposed to be like that. Like, I must be the one who's overreacting. I remember there was so specifically, I remember there was an episode of some sketch comedy show where the joke was that they were like stabbing a person with scissors, and like it didn't show like blood, and it was clear that it was fake and a joke, but it like really bothered me, and I'll never ever remember what it was. I remember that it made me start crying, and my mom was like, are you okay, fucking loser? I mean, she didn't phrase it like that. Am I stuck? Am I, because I don't have any super missiles, so, oh no, okay, I'm back here. Well, shit, where the fuck do I go? Alright, well, I guess I'll figure it out, and then next time we'll resume from there. It's not down there, because that's lava. It's not up there, because that's super bombs. Is it up there? Yeah, maybe it's up there. Alright. Next time. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Give me the credit. Okay, sorry. Anyway, bye. Look at her cleaning her gun. Or whatever the fuck she's doing.